we did some online investments. We got scammed for the first time, and then we actually took time to learn cryptocurrency. We gained much, like really much. And my because we've gone one. I don't know into the and this is kind of half me question. Chako say yenya one. He half a D. Me who say oh I don't know yenya home faso. Now yes answer there of a question. So after we invested the other half, and then Bitcoin fell massively into financial markets and your forex aspect, your crypto aspect, your commodities, gold, oil, and money man. And it's also options and also other aspects of it. So like you need to risk what you can afford to lose, because we are using two ways to analyze and then predict the market. We have technical analysis and then we have fundamental analysis. Technical analysis has to do with you learning or probably looking at the previous data to predict what will happen in the future. So basically crypto be better is 10 times 10. In some all the $100 shima, which means you bear $1,000. Yes, you need to be dedicated to it, because it will break you before it will make you.
Welcome to today's episode on Fire and Ice podcast, and thank you for always sticking with us. This video is especially for young people who are considering venturing into crypto or forex trading. It's all about some decisions to consider if you want to venture into trading, the risk involved, and some tips and tricks you can use to maximize your profits and reduce your losses. Odumja, grab some popcorn and your notebook, because there's a lot to learn today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Since today is your first time being on the show, would you mind introducing yourself to the audience? Your name, where you stay, what you do?
Okay, so I'm in the person of Elvis Blay Ando. Okay. A graduate physician assistant, and then I live in Kenya at the moment, Kumasi. But in most of the times I move around. Probably like this weekend, I wouldn't be in Kumasi. I would have to be in the Eastern region, and then probably over the weekends I'll be in Accra and then come back. So it's I'm actually static.
So many numbers are there. A little bit about your education.
Okay. So I schooled in Eastern region from my junior high school, and then I came to Pokuari School, the best school in Ghana. The only school. So Pokuari School in Kumasi, and then I attended Garden City University College for physician assistantship. Okay. Yes.
Today we are looking at crypto and forex trading.
Okay.
What's the difference between the two?
Okay, so with cryptocurrency, crypto is just like, let's say, having crypto is actually an asset. Okay. So it's like you buy the asset and then you wait in time for it to appreciate in value. But then when it comes to forex trading, it's the buying and selling of currencies. So probably you could actually earn whether price movement is gaining value or price is depreciating in value. But in cryptocurrency, you only gain when the particular coin is going up. So let's say you buy probably $1,000 of Bitcoin, okay, and then probably the current price of Bitcoin is, let's say, $100,000. So if, let's say, in a week time, it drops about, let's say, $100,000 to, let me say, $60,000, it means that your money is going to be reducing, because it's just like a commodity. You only gain when it appreciates in value. Okay. But then when it's depreciating, you also lose some part of your money. But then losing here doesn't mean you lose everything. No. It's just like if you invested in, let me say, a stock, and then you see it wouldn't go up always. It has its time of going up and then coming down. So that's how crypto is in a way. But in forex, whether it's going down or going up, it depends on your prediction. Okay. So you predict whether this particular currency is going to appreciate in value or go up, or we say it's going to be bullish or bearish. So once your prediction is right, it doesn't matter whether it is going up or coming down. You are profiting from forex trading. So that's the layman understanding of the two.
Okay, so what has been your highest and since you ventured into this business?
Well, okay, my highest would be, let me say, $10,000, but then I almost lost half of it. Okay. That's interesting.
What happened? Because I'm more interested in that.
Okay, so
$10,000.
$10,000, and then I lost more than half of it.
Okay.
So, right in secondary school, probably SHS3. Okay. My best friend and I, he's called Kelvin. We chanced on online trading and then all that, but we didn't have much knowledge. We only knew, let me say, a very few knowledge, probably something small about cryptocurrencies. Okay. But then we worked our way up. So we buy coins. That time we were using Coinbase. That's a digital wallet that we have. Just like physically, we have EcoBank and then CarBank as people that we invest our money or we save with them. With cryptocurrency, we have something like wallets. So we're using Coinbase at a particular time. So we actually didn't have that funds. We've just graduated from SHS, so we didn't have much. So we called upon few friends and then we were like, oh Charlie, you could invest. we didn't have much knowledge about it. Yeah, so we actually contributed money, and then we raised, I think, about let me say 5,000 Ghana cedis, probably roughly $500. So at that particular time, we did some online investments. We got scammed for the first time, and then we actually took time to learn forex trading. Cryptocurrency. So with crypto, we took the money, and then let me say that will be around lockdown.
Okay.
So during lockdown, we took people's money, myself, my best friend, and some few friends,
and
then we invested. We bought BTC, and at that particular time, Bitcoin was rising crazy. I don't know whether I remember or you heard about it.
Yeah.
Bitcoin was going very, very high. It went up. I think I've forgotten the price it hit at that time, but then sometime they called super. So we actually gained much. We gained much, like really, really much. Not knowing it was about to fall, so we fell for that fall.
Oh, okay.
But then before that, we had already withdrawn half of the money. At that time, I bought my iPhone 11 Pro. That was the first time I was buying iPhone 11 Pro. So I bought iPhone 11 Pro, bought my HP laptop worth, I think, 10,000 Ghana cedis.
All from the crypto.
All from the crypto. I bought some, he bought some, and then some few friends also used the money up. So we're like, we should invest half of the money again, because we've gone one. And then I had into the OCS, and this is kind of half the question. So I said, yeah, one. Ye half a D. Oh, I didn't home for so. So after we invested the other half, and then Bitcoin fell massively, we lost everything. So at a particular time, I would say that we didn't have the very much knowledge about everything that we were doing. We just had the winning side. We didn't know the risks aspect of it and all that. So it was at that time that we took time to learn forex, because once you learn forex trading, you are able to read meaning into cryptocurrency in a way. But then crypto also has its own way of what's working.
Okay.
So far, that's how the journey has been. That's from, let me say, lockdown. And then coming out of lockdown.
Investment in it, and withdraw some money.
And on any crypto there, it doesn't matter that you can buy, let me say, $10,000 of Bitcoin today, and then tomorrow you wake up having $1 billion of Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's been influenced by investors, and then financial news, and then probably economies of other countries.
Okay.
But then indirectly too, it's probably mainly of investors and then the big banks in the Western world.
Okay.
Yes, so big banks, they use investors' money. Sometimes they buy them. We have people, gurus, Elon Musk, and then other people also buying Bitcoin.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. At any point in time, it can rise. At any point in time, it can fall. But then if you know much into it, you're able to read. We call something the white paper of every currency. So you're able to read and then actually analyze the market and then do all that. Then you can actually position some risk and then what? Some safety around it, because we have the good time to buy and then the wrong time to buy. Yes.
Speaking of this, what is this Trump war? This Trump war.
The tariffs. Okay. So it doesn't really have a direct impact, but then it has an indirect impact in a way that the tariffs are just like taxes placed on goods which are being imported. So he raising tariffs, it means that the taxes on goods will be very high. So importing foreign goods will be very low.
Very low.
Let's say previously they used to import a lot of, let me say, cassava to the US, and then now the tariffs are very high. Now importation will be very low. They get it. So people actually diversify their portfolio from physical things to digital currencies.
Okay.
Of late, gold has been doing very well. Gold has reached its all-time high in history.
What's gold?
Gold.
Oh, good. What can good?
Okay.
Good. Good. Yeah, good.
Good now we're using it, but online. Send your Bitcoin. No. Into financial markets, your forex aspect, your crypto aspect, your commodities. Gold, oil, and it sounds what options, and then see other aspects of it. So like, but now popular crypto, forex, into commodities, so it means trade gold and so online.
Okay.
It's an also to matter gold now hold the appreciating value are obenya, but it sounds what the forex aspect are predict say a beco from nasa eco from you gain.
You gain.
Yes, but then you have to attach it, or you have to back it by what real time. Economic, and then probably investors history and all that.
So it's a whole thing,
it's a whole profession. Let me say it's a whole profession. Yes, it's a very whole profession, because you need to understand certain things. Just like you go to medical school and then you learn how to do surgery and all that, and then you learn how to take history and then diagnose people of certain illnesses. It's the same thing that you need to go through everything. You have to learn. It's really not something little that people say that, oh, forex trading, crypto, you just have to go in and invest. No, you need a lot of knowledge to do that. Because personally, after we had those losses and then we came back to learn forex trading, That was, I think, so during lockdown, I didn't actually go home. So all those losses, I was very depressed. I was at the hostel using the hostel's Wi-Fi, trying to
Okay.
find something on YouTube to learn. So I started learning during lockdown. When school reopened, I wasn't even going for clinicals. I was even in my hostel
Now when you're ready,
learning.
so big, give it up.
That big, nothing even who said, "Mommy, how for $1 million?" Hey,
Okay.
in fact. So I had to stay in my hostel, use the very campus's Wi-Fi to my very best interest advantage, because data boarding. You know the country I in. It's now say it's na hostel na me here then. You see forex next day and night. Well, I had a best friend. She was a female.
Okay.
But to me, I said, "Hey, Blaine, I didn't know you and found Sunjai," and I'm like, "It's me. I mean, able to me. I know where I want to go, and then I know the vision I have."
Okay.
And then you see sometimes too, when people do not have the same goal as you, they don't understand the kind of things that you have as
draw you back.
exactly. So, I've had people, hey, oh yeah, I did that, then who's some fast will be still out here. You see those kind of things. Yes.
Okay, so what are some of the misconceptions you think people have about this crypto and
So
forex
yes,
trading?
misconception one is that it's a get rich scheme,
Okay.
which it isn't.
Okay.
Because you don't just get to crypto and then you are a millionaire or probably you get so much money. No, you need to put in the work. Another misconception is that it's a scam. It's a scam because people do not take time to learn about it. So it's just like you've heard that, farming gives money, or probably if you're into farming, you get a whole lot of money.
And you don't know anything
And then you don't know
about
anything
it.
about farming. So it was the same mistake that I did when I was beginning, because I didn't know anything about it. We only gathered money because we heard that, hey, crypto they massacre.
Money
And
day
yeah,
inside.
then this is kakushim
Shame.
and so the one, so that's the second one. And I think the third one would come with people who are not determined, because it comes with so much dedication, determination. It should feel like you are glued to it. And then you can ask any forex trader or a crypto person, what are crying out to me someone that is actually trade na real a couple of colors.
But sorry about it.
Because there are ups and downs. You lose and then you gain because
Just
you are
within a second.
exactly. If you don't have the right knowledge, even if you have the right knowledge, there are losses. But then you need some sort of emotional intelligence. Now we have an aspect called psychology.
Okay.
So it's just like you know that this particular thing will give you money. But then before you get to 100, you need to get to 50 first. And then before, it's just like climbing the stairs. One of your leg moves up, the other one joins. Sometimes too, it moves, you go back before you go. It's just like setbacks. So if you don't really pay much attention to what you are doing, and you don't take it as a profession, and it's a business as well. People don't treat it as a business. So they feel like when you enter, it's win, win, win. But then if you enter in any business or you meet any businessman, they tell you that it's not always win, win for you.
Yeah.
You get to a point, you lose, you learn, and then you continue the journey.
Continue.
Yes. So I would say those are the very common misconceptions. It's a scam. And then one thing, I think last week someone sent me a voice note that obviously crypto be better is it 10 times 10. In some fans all the $100 shema, which means about $1,000. Into omunina embeshia, no mun create wallet na make ho asem no mun fasika ni nyina ntum. Into by December the coin is Shiba Inu. There is a crypto coin called Shiba Inu. Into sano akwane cash na gyo na de sen. No cash na say no. You don't do that. We've made those mistakes. I have a lot of people that, you see, when we were starting, we had friends who were also interested. We find a crypto project and then what? We tell them about it, we invest. And then the early birds gain and then those who would come later will lose.
No.
Because those ones were Ponzi schemes. So yes, with this particular one, you need so much dedication.
So much dedication.
So much dedication. You need to be into it. It should be part of you. You should feel it inside of you that you have the passion for it.
Full-time thing.
Something like that.
Okay.
But then you can also be a part-time. If you really know someone who is good at it, then you can let the person invest for you. So just like the ladies, I'm saying, someone can just give you that crazy ideology and then crazy impression that, oh, we really give you that kind of 10 times. It's a possibility, although, but then you need to risk what you can afford to lose. Because if you are telling me all the money you have on you is $500 and you are going to give me all the $500, and then if you go south, what would you do?
That's a big risk.
So yes, with crypto and then forex, you risk what you can afford to lose. So aside we having getting the knowledge, you need to have psychology and then risk management. We do risk management as well.
Okay.
So most of I think people who are in businesses, those who do accounts and all that, they really get to that particular understanding.
understanding.
Me, I'm even a science student, but then at least
Okay, let's talk about risk. Let's dive more into this risk. We know
Okay.
that every business has its own risk. So, what are some of the risks when it comes to this crypto and forex trading?
So both of them, you need to be conservative at times, and then you need to go hard at times. Just like you being a person, you can't always be there. Sometimes you need to be very active and then enforce certain things. So with the risk involved in crypto, that's why I said you need to risk what you can afford to lose, because we are using two ways to analyze and then predict the market. We have technical analysis and then we have fundamental analysis. Technical analysis has to do with you learning or probably looking at the previous data to predict what will happen in the future. So with fundamental analysis, it deals with the economy of those currencies we are trading and then the kind of people involved in that particular bit.
No.
So let's say if it's Bitcoin, you need to look at probably the big people in the market.
Okay.
Because if let's say I'm Donald Trump or probably I'm Elon Musk, and then I hold maybe $100 billion of worth of Bitcoin, and I'm saying that I'm going to withdraw all my coins, it means that the value is going to depreciate. So you need to follow people who are into it with big capital. Do you get it?
Okay.
And then when it comes to forex trading as well, we trade according to pairs. So just like you have dollars and you want to change it to Ghana cedis, you come to me, oh Elvis, I have $100, I want to change to Ghana cedis. Oh, what's
Is
the
it
rate?
physical or anyhow?
I'm citing an example so that we can understand.
Okay.
So physically, just like you have Ghana cedis and a dollar, you can exchange it. Do you get it? And then you can even predict. You see, people were even predicting that dollar could reach $20
Yes.
per, exactly 20 Ghana cedis per dollar. Sorry. So it means that with what we do in forex trading, we buy and then sell currency. So we predict what they are.
Prices.
It's yes, their price, so whether it will gain value or it will depreciate in value. So it means that, let's say today I wake up. So today my team and I, we actually bought, I've forgotten, we actually bought gold. I think it was, no, we sold gold this morning.
Okay.
So you can see that we have, my particular win for today was $143, the last one here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we
If you
sold
know you made the amount.
we sold gold today. So we predicted that gold is going to fall in a particular period of time. And then truly it fell.
Okay.
So we're trading gold against the dollar. When you get into the business, you really get to understand. But then with the layman understanding, it's just like predicting it.
Predicting it.
Okay, let's say today, I'm expecting the euro to be higher than the dollar. So if it goes that way, your prediction is right, you're
Right.
perfect. Yes. But then people will think that, oh, then, and you say, or what is that?
You win or you lose.
They are saying that chacha because they are to miss. Very good. But then this is where the risk management comes in. Because I'm not a football fan, I don't watch football, I don't even have a soccer team I support and all that. But then I don't know much about betting. But I know that betting is just like, I don't know much about football, so I didn't even know how to explain betting. But then with forex trading, it's a profession.
Okay.
Big banks in the US, that's what they do. You've heard about Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they do there. They trade currencies against currency. So you can't tell me a profession is it's gambling or something like that, because you are even looking up to the Western world, and then that's what they are doing with their economies to actually gain money and all that. So why are you telling me that it's gambling?
Okay, so how do you analyze which coin to invest in? Because there are many coins out there, right?
Yes.
So you know, say coin where they invest here.
Yes, so for the crypto side, that's why I said we have something like a white paper.
Okay.
You read about projects. Cryptos are like projects. Just like, let's say you want to build maybe a hostel at Kenya, and then you check the location and Kenya, yes, may they compare take many amount of people
students
hostel. Yes. So cryptos are just like projects. Oh, Bitcoin, maybe let's say in Ghana, maybe Despite can invest in Bitcoin. Maybe Sam George can invest in Bitcoin. The big men in the country can invest in it. So it means that it will increase in value. And then they are interested in the project. So you look at coins that have probability that, it's going to do well in the future, because we have other factors that boost the coins.
Okay.
But then when it comes to Forex, we have major pairs and then we have exotic pairs. The major pairs are like the very, very much currencies that are traded every day in the whole world. So just like we have the US dollar, most pairs are traded against the US dollar, because the dollar is just like, let me say, a general currency that most of us we buy. So we have pairs. So you can trade the Japanese yen. That means that Japan, their currency is yen. So like you trade Japanese yen against the dollar. We have Euro, USD. So
The
Euro
Chinese,
is
their
for
yen.
exactly. So it's UK to we have the British pound,
Pounds.
the pound against the dollar. So those we choose those major pairs because in a day, when their banks open, there is volatility in the market. They are exchanging what money, they are exchanging currency. Their banks are running, they are transacting big accounts, big monies are what's being transacted every day, millions of dollars and then all that. So the volatility means that how, let me say, goods and services run in the US is very fast as compared to Ghana, in Ghana, right? So yes, so depending on the transactions that they could do in a day, it determines the volatility of that particular pair. And then we have the news aspect. You see, I told you we have fundamental analysis. So let's just like we had wars and then all that, Ukraine and then Russia and all that. So
US.
probably if you are failing, your currency is going to do very terrible. But we say that when something is volatile, it means that a contempt.
Okay.
As a fast.
Very fast.
Mobile money abana I faster than say okako check names and very good. Sana volatility here. In terms of say what the Ghana has say economy air compare US economy a day transaction saying to make also US when you compare Ghana cities. Eh then transaction US be quick fast. It's stuff when you into Ghana
huge amount.
Very good. So their currency performance very good. Against what?
Okay. Yeah, dear.
The Ghanaian city. So just like that. Into a question faster because we say you predict market. Into a pen ever come to me when you stand. And you're feeling ya talk Ghana cities nage na baby age na be 1 year. There be dollar the cost number from depending on the currency you are trading it against.
Okay.
The ones that say ya Ghana cities probably I think currently $1 is around 15.5 Ghana cities.
Yeah.
The say be China a different.
Yeah.
It's maybe no trading against dollar. Dollar is strong. So I say the volatility was sure. Yes.
How long have you been in this business?
Okay, so from after SHS was crypto and then forex, let me see level 100, 200 to probably it's been I completed investing in 2025, right? So 2023. Okay. So let me say roughly 5 years.
Roughly 5
But then the good thing I did was that I took time to learn after my first loss. So I learned for almost 2 years before actually depositing my real money into an account. So sometimes my students, so I have courses that I do for people who want to learn forex trading and crypto.
Forex trading. So you teach also?
Exactly. So I teach.
Do you teach for free? Or?
I don't teach for free because I've spent sleepless nights. I've spent money. I've spent days, things I didn't understand. It's my all are into it, or my all is into it.
I think I saw something online. The person was like, "Oh, those into crypto and forex trading, they get more money from training others than the main trading thing."
Okay,
is it
so
true?
People say that because they feel like, why don't you teach for free if you are really getting some money out of it?
Okay. But
even aside that, it's not financial intelligence.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell medical doctors to stop teaching medical students or stop teaching in universities because they are getting money from the service and then the hospital you are running? Do you get the analogy?
Yes.
So I won't spend probably 4 years, 5 years to learn one particular thing. And then if I could provide a service that will bring me an extra income, then I'll just be there wasting my time morning to evening. Right now, I have people from the US, Canada that I teach. And then time difference I have to wake up at night and then teach them and all that. So you don't tell me that every day I'll be indoors, morning to evening. I won't be going out, I won't be having fun, and then I'll just teach you for free. I used to do that.
Okay.
For my friends and the people but then the one thing is that people don't value free things.
Yeah, sure.
And then there was this
Especially
one particular
in our society,
yes, there was this one particular guy who actually broke my spirit about teaching for free. This guy told me he had nothing. I think I had one experience with a Nigerian and then one Ghanaian.
Okay.
He came, Blay, I don't have money. I really want to learn this particular thing. I had compiled my course because I have sessions, Zoom meetings I do with people.
Okay.
I give it to this guy to actually learn so that he will be very good at it. The next moment, I saw him selling my course and then charging people to be taught.
That's crazy.
Papa.
Not even yet out.
As a guy, no be able to obu you. It's like don't take advantage of you. Oh, recently someone commented on my Snap story that if you are really gaining from Forex, why are you charging? Do you get your money from that? And I'm like, no, you are not intelligent.
Okay.
You can't tell me that despite your Elon, why is Elon Musk is even charging for Twitter subscriptions when he has a lot of money?
Yeah.
So when you have a skill, you don't just start giving it for free.
Giving it
People won't
out.
even value it, and they won't even respect you.
Yeah.
So yes, that's it about it.
So because we'll be what are the requirements? Secure also the shame near there.
So firstly, when I was learning forex trading and cryptocurrency during my university days, it costed my CWA to drop because I wasn't going to class and I was very dedicated to it. So most of the times when you approach me, I ask of your educational level because I feel like you don't need to abandon your formal education for this. Although this is what money aspect, but you need formal education to open to you probably other doors. Do you get it?
Okay.
Yes. So I check your educational level. If you are okay, then I.
Until level Ben Sana me wanna me bow betting.
Oh, so when we SHS cry, you are okay. If you are done with university, or probably you are in your 4th year or 3rd year. But then starting a university or SHS, you need to build upon whatever you're going to learn,
because you're
your
going to be introduced to
CWA
new
and then
things.
all that. So after you've built that, then you can actually get into. But then the way my CWA dropped, my parents, do you know?
They nearly kill you.
I come from a home that my dad is very strict.
Okay.
Do you even know that when I bought my laptop and my phone from Forex and then crypto, my dad visited me at the hostel and it was no action the laptop, so I don't feel it.
Okay.
I buy now home laptop, no some and I'm sure me 10,000 Ghana cedis. You know, say hey, any like specs in the also. You know, my phone, so my phone me and I'm sure me boy by boy and
office.
and you remember when I'm my friend me. Papa say buy a laptop new phone na unim se sika na order koton fraud fako na we too my fraud and then my mom too saw me depressed when I lost that money in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Because I wasn't eating. I think I took a break from hostel to the house.
In a different way.
It was crazy. And then you see the people I took their money to came for me.
Okay.
There was one lady inside, his dad her dad called me. The banner so again this so we them and one yam put so
So when you now can risk involved in
you see, so you don't take anyone's money to invest for them until you can actually afford and then give the person's money back if it goes south.
Anything.
But then when you are striking a business to you let the person know that probably there is risk and then profit.
And then paperwork or something.
Exactly. So you don't just when we say you must can't talk about physical or whatever question. Obey them. So that was it for it. So the risk involved and all that, it's relative. It's relative. It depends on what you are looking at and then you see $50 might cost you. $50 might not cost me.
Yeah.
$500 might cost you. $500 might not cost me. So risk here is relative and then the loss and all that they are relative because probably next month when I get to Accra, I've got some guys that they said they've got some dollars that they want us to trade.
Class. Next section here.
Number one. It is a say educational level is fine. Then I tell you that I'm not interested in you paying money to me.
Okay.
Are you really serious about it?
The seriousness also counts.
The seriousness is the very thing you need. You need to be compassionate about it. You need to be very serious. You need to be very willing.
You have to get hurt too. So
yes, you need to be dedicated to it because it will break you before it will make you. It will break you before it will make you. Because there are certain things you won't understand. As a person with TB, as soon to maintain but as a way and father, and you become frustrated. It's all part of the game. So aside you being willing and then being serious about all of that, you'd have to get a laptop and then probably your phone.
So without laptop, you cannot do it.
You can do it, but then it'll be stressful with your phone. I feel like with laptop, you'll be more comfortable than you doing it on your phone. Yes, and then I tell people also think that you need some huge sums of money to actually start, but then no. Once you have your money for registration, even last week I gave to people the course for free.
Okay. So how much is the registration?
Okay, so for now I charge $100 per person.
$100 per person.
Yes.
So if per month, unya ni pabe 10
but then I don't actually take a lot of people because I'm interested in the seriousness.
The seriousness.
So probably within 3 months, I could even take just 5 people. It's not in a sense because I'm interested in you understanding what the whole thing, not I'm interested in your money. So yes, so when you come in and register, we have weekly Zoom meetings, and then sometimes we organize in person. So when I get to Accra, we're going to organize an in person. I meet with my students. We meet. If you have any questions, anything that you need to be addressed, we speak and then we all go out.
So you get money from both from your personal trading.
So from personal training and then for the services I'm providing. In fact, we say services.
Services.
Very good. So it's a service I'm providing. And I don't force you to. I will never text you to come and learn forex trading or do this. No.
Okay.
I have my social medias. I have my Instagram, my Snapchat. I'm not really active on TikTok, but I have very few followers there.
Okay.
So if I post something, you see that what I'm doing is very, very good. I'll share with you screenshots of my students telling me how it has helped them and all that. So we'll talk about that one. So it's not as if we are actually there to take your money that come and register. No. And then sometimes people even approach me, they don't have the full money. Then probably you can pay half, and then as we go along, you can actually pay. Sometimes I even forget and then but then you need to be very serious. Me juicy camp.
Mr. Blay, into $100 now. What's next? $100 now be invested, mommy, and I said no be your dear.
$100 in media because I'm providing you, I'm giving you my time, my attention, and then my knowledge. Yeah, I'm giving you my knowledge.
Okay, so after the $100, also me scaffold for I may invest for myself.
No. Amount for a mistake, ne say obape start trading. No, oba me be chewa de.
Okay.
Oko medical school when you say oko level 100 na level 200 now oko papa. So when you come, I tell you that you don't need to start trading.
Okay.
But then if you have enough money, I give you signals. Make sure say maybe I talk coin and I say to currency at this particular time, and I say be you say. So 200 less ni and I say oh extra secure be no hiding. Now deposit. Now I have one student from Zambia. He's bought a car. He's bought a house. He's a married man. Okay. I'll show you everything. You don't worry.
Maybe I met you backstage.
Into no $100 no. Yes, me provided me service now.
Okay.
Into no we take time it depends on the person. I learned for 2 years, but then I wasn't guided because I learned a lot of rubbish from YouTube. So it could take you 6 months. It could take someone else 1 year to understand the same thing we are all in because we are the way out to me understanding at a faster rate or probably a slower rate. Into no bar for the first, let me say, maximum 6 months, you should know what you are doing.
Okay.
So you learn for a period of time before you actually get your money to do it. To start trading the real thing or probably start investing.
Okay, so
you see announced about Bitcoin. Bitcoin call on the highest price, I think $100,000, I think was it 100,000? Yes, $100,000. My catch amount for say it's not the right time to buy. Because at the end, I'm quite being and salt near the number we have very good times to buy and very bad times to buy. Yes, I would say invest it. And then at the you have to buy it at a lower price and then you sell at a higher price. So we buy at a discount level and then we sell at a premium level. So we have good times to buy and then bad times to buy or probably to invest.
The same then I'll be beginners or master investments.
Yes, you shouldn't give up. And then there are things that are not for you. Things like forex and crypto is not for everyone.
Okay.
And you'll be able to me, are you?
So you have to get hacked. Because I have a couple of friends who are into this then and then. I think last month, is it January or February? A performed drastically and a bit lucky woman who said that.
Yes.
One friend, she's in China. That woman, she went offline for days.
It's that serious because, and then you see, as you are risking, that's why I said you need to risk what you can afford to lose.
Okay.
And so you don't just bring all your savings into it, Yes, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. Just like you investing in a stock. When you say at the end over time, you better appreciate it. Into a botrena or the into buy at the right time, you don't stand that greater risk. Okay. At the wrong time,
so timing is very important.
Timing is very important in the market. Everything is price and time. We say something is price and time. There are certain things that happens at particular times and then know that because I'm catch us the past data and they predict the future. They do also the economy into the year and you can say, oh, person got to Bitcoin, but then Elon Musk or withdraw the second in every month. will be a bad time for you because who's can you say or not this kind of so you free myself so better. Yes, into no ejina yeah the knowledge that you have in so any sikana hutano any power or chero no will be the guidance and all that.
Nti say ka crypto any forex trading e dey also dey bia o monitor and I say once in a while be how does it work?
Nti about crypto side na so na make us say investment but ma to coin no where you any and you say they be out but about forex trading na you scalpers.
Okay.
You day traders.
Yeah, trade.
Me
say they okay.
You scalpers, you day traders, you swing traders, and you position traders. Scalpers in here or more marketing impact. Within a very short period of time, they've taken their profit, they are out, or they've taken their loss, they are out. Day traders, you trading within the day. Swing traders, you bet me enter trade money. Maybe about 2-3 days, and suddenly we're free. Position trader, wait me real trade in January. And maybe a bear March, no free, maybe a bear December, no free. Janona US big banks no more because they are investing hugely into their currencies. It's a bank people to me at a worth of any kind of pair that they want to invest in or probably predict their valuation or probably depreciation. It's in the sound of phone and say depending on what you might maybe our plans or my hospital, I can make some practice here. The medical hospital, me kind of my Benjamin. It means to me a scalper because scalper not more time because take profit within short period of time. Day trading and so similar to it. Also,
within the day.
And I also sessions. Marketing, but the main found go deep sir into no. And I don't say your London session, your New York, and your Asian session. Into London session, one say London no. London session and the New York, it depends on the timing of what the currencies we are trading.
Okay.
If say Bianca Ghana cedis, Ghana cedis, in Nigeria for time you pay higher six, and I say be a trade pay. If I say Bianca your Ghanaian session, and that's our time when a Ghanaian session, or Nigeria, which may trade an open to say an open you trading.
Okay.
But I say be a Asia, maybe at daytime a one. It was always stay and I do now they with your trading. So
it's based on the time difference.
Exactly. But with day trading, we to see time episode trading. We trade London session, we trade New York session, we trade Asian session. And a session be on the kind of pairs are volatile, higher content. To say be Ghana has you see any UK time, pay. Into the UK, so pound. During the day, pound be volatile.
Okay, volatile so na dey.
Say na make say fast. Say medical actually volatility. So volatile no say like transactions na be plenty to be fast. Into no say who trade pound na only Ghana time here pa. And a sorry and you can just trade and take your profit and then go to work.
Okay.
But when you're swing trader, you can enter the trade. Oja work juma 2-3 days and start check here say now prediction go through and go through where position trader, swing traders, and there, would the two more pay? When you
a month or two, and
anytime you can just come and check. So it depends on the type of trader you want to be, and a bit who time and as amount of spend or machine who and I say or laptop and sanity.
So would you advise or recommend this for someone?
Why not? Do you know Kojo Forex?
No.
Okay, I'll let you search some Ghanaian people who have made it from Forex trading.
Oh, I know people who are really making. I have a couple of people
exactly
who are making.
But then the very popular ones we know, we have Kojo Forex, we have Ariam Dela, we have
I think Ariam Dela. I've heard the name before.
Okay, we have Kira. Females are into it as well.
Okay.
So we have Kira, we have a lot of people are into it, and then they are making good profits from it. So if only you are going to put in the work, I'll recommend it for you. Obey share no why she obey you and man be say mesiana e be keto e bia minjia bi makom
we venture into this trading no has it been any regret?
There hasn't been any regret. I go now person reach unya ndru ho no ma persistent. You have to be persistent, you have to be consistent.
Because it's always on high.
Hope they are high because minto GLE minto Lamborghini movie there.
Unjai
yes.
Oh, okay. Nice having you here. Cryptocurrency, yeah, go for a some venture back. So they will kind of be on my own, share more about it.
Yeah.
Now venture into it. They say and so we say Osunye been a found some a bed.
Oh, so me Instagram handle.
Okay.
I think Forex with gentle with underscores. Snapchat too is the same Forex with gentle.
With underscore, right?
Yes, into Forex underscore with underscore gentle.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are on Instagram
And then I'm
Snap.
very active on Snapchat. Very active on
Snapchat.
Snapchat, yes.
Okay.
And then Instagram as well. But then WhatsApp, they made school and many other businesses. So like
Any other business is
you know.
into say chat so anytime I be now I was Snap.
You see, yeah, online education. The time be active 24/7.
So you know normal section, private.
Very different.
Very different.
So normal session there, if I'm saying five more group more, you have weekly meetings, but one for no, and they say we Zoom meeting from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So imagine.
Say Blay, $100. Well, when you Ghana, it is as $100. Me bomb my use now me convert here 1,000 plus.
Yes, imagine you 1,005.
It is a miniska now or other plans be out with me.
So yes, mostly for who's I mean Ghana into the for Ghanaians need to meet say welcome to me the course and well free. Depending on how serious you look. But Nigerians, Canadians, UK for the US for the day, $100 is not something really expensive for them. The Ghana for the day, sometimes I even consider them. And then we have Ghanaians who are also what they know how valuable the lessons are because they've paid tons of money to people that they didn't get any value. Jumba me hono mo say oh me charge any na me momotias here systematically they probably they even pay sometimes they even pay more and sometimes madam menya student back also from I think he's from Zambia.
Okay.
One Otieri no or say oh the way I'm a child and he hasn't met anyone who actually had time for him saying the same. So I'm say oh no I also already become I just want to see him making
me get tips. Me record the tips now mom.
And so I remember go into for Ghanaians that you know how hard the economy is.
Okay.
Because personally, I'm not working because physician assistants, you know, you're supposed to work at your own shadani sir. You know, Niame you feel the mama kakra, a mama more than Niameko, Meko Jima 30 days, Ned, mamma than say, measure them, mean faka and cover beer. Are may say method it and I media so it's better indoors than going out. Just like those who do blogging, those who do into coding and all that. I have people who are into coding as well. And then they gain much. So it's not only Forex trading you can venture into if you're a youth. You can get into coding, you can get into graphic designing and all that. They all have certain value that if you're able to provide, the reward is there. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. My section we are metro one side now. Why quick.
Thank
you so much for coming.
You're welcome.